I'm meteorologist Austin Cheney here in the 13 WMAZ Weather Center, and we've got a lot to break down this afternoon when it comes to Tropical Storm Zeta. So in this update, we'll talk about the storm, we'll go through our timing, our rainfall potential amounts, and we'll talk about what kind of wind gusts we could see right here in central Georgia. So here's the status of the storm right now. It's still churning down there in the Caribbean. Winds are sustained at 70 miles an hour. And that strengthening that we saw overnight has kind of slowed down a little bit, so that's good. That's due to some wind shear that the system is encountering, but that wind shear is expected to relax, and I do expect the storm to intensify as we go through the rest of the day. So here's the latest projected path through Tuesday. We're looking at a Category 1 hurricane making its way there into the Gulf of Mexico. Past that, it's going to eye the northern Gulf Coast as a Category 1 hurricane come Wednesday of this week. Late Wednesday night, that's when that storm could come ashore. Slowly then, it will be weakening as it makes its way through the southeastern United States. But there's some new updates with this projected path this afternoon that are kind of interesting. Number one is that the projected path is very close to us here in central Georgia, meaning that the center of circulation could track near us. So obviously we'd see some wind and some rain from that. The other thing that's interesting to track, look at the projected wind speeds from the National Hurricane Center. The Hurricane Center is not expecting this system to lose its wind very quickly, as it's still projecting tropical storm force wind gusts as the system makes its way off the northeastern coastline. So somewhere all across the southeast, right through the mid-Atlantic, we could see tropical storm force wind gusts, and we're not going to be too far away from that right here in central Georgia. Here's the latest timing on the storm. So today and Tuesday, we're still pretty quiet. We may see some cloud cover, but there is no real threat for tropical rain or wind from the system. Now by Wednesday, we'll really start to notice that moisture increasing across central Georgia. I think Wednesday night through the day on Thursday is when we have the best opportunity to see some locally heavy rainfall and those stronger gusts. We'll stop the clock here at 4 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. At this point in time, the remnant low or whatever is left of Zeta will likely be passing just to our northwest. We'll see bands of heavy rainfall during that time, wind gusts in excess of 35 miles an hour. And unfortunately, there'd likely be a tornado risk with that as well, at least an isolated tornado risk. And we'll watch all of that slide towards the east as we go into Friday. Now here's a look at the projected rainfall totals. Now this map has changed a little bit since this morning, but generally the forecast is the same. We could see anywhere from a ½ inch of rain to an inch of rain across central Georgia, with the heaviest rains remaining just to our north there across North Georgia. But you can get the picture of how important the forecast track is. If this shifts in our direction a little bit, we could start bringing in some of these heavier rainfall totals to central Georgia. But as the forecast stands right now, we would avoid the worst of the rain with this system. What we likely wouldn't totally avoid are the stronger wind gusts. So as we go through the day on Wednesday, we'll gradually see those gusts increase. Thursday looks to be the breeziest day of the two as we deal with the storm. So by Thursday morning, we're seeing wind gusts in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range. But look at how powerful these gusts could be just off to our northwest, with this particular model showing over 67 miles an hour there across parts of Alabama. Our peak wind gusts will come sometime during the day on Thursday, and that's when we could see gusts in excess of 35 miles an hour, maybe close to 40 miles an hour in a few locations, and that would be strong enough to down a few trees. So we definitely have to watch the wind gust forecast closely as we go through the next couple of days. By Friday, all of that is beginning to calm on down. So the main things that we're watching: rain, gusty winds, and the possibility of a few isolated tornadoes. That would be possible over all of central Georgia. And again, the timeline that we're looking for, sometime between Wednesday night and Friday morning, is when I expect all of this to roll on through here. Now that doesn't mean that from Wednesday night when you go to bed to when you wake up on Friday morning that the weather's going to be really bad. Just sometime within that window, we do expect some wind and some rain from this system. Chief Meteorologist Ben Jones will be in here in just a couple of hours, and we'll have updates on this forecast throughout the day.